AgeOptions is committed to improving the quality of life and maintaining the dignity of older adults and those who care about them through leadership and support, community partnership, comprehensive services, accurate information, and powerful advocacy.
I used to feel economic security meant money in the bank, working 45, 60 hours a week, having bills paid. And now I look at economic security as not just having enough money to be able to survive. There was only a limited amount of unemployment available, and once that ran out, I found that I had absolutely no means of taking care of myself. So I contacted AgeOptions for the purpose of trying to apply for benefits and seeing what benefits would be available to me.
Faced with no income and a crippling disability, Jim was living on the edge. He could not continue to exist on the few donations he received from friends and his community. He needed more than $600 worth of monthly medications, and without them, he struggled to survive.
My life changed. First of all, it changed my self-esteem. I was getting financial help. I was getting enough money that I could budget and I can get my life back. So my life was changed from having really no hope at all to having this inspiration of hope, knowing that every month I'll be receiving some assistance and that it's up to me from there. I can go to interviews now. Yeah, I have a life now that I didn't have, and I have self-esteem that I didn't have, because I know that somebody out there is willing to help, that cares.
I think a lot of people think they're taken care of, but they're not caregiving, and it's a difference. I mean, it's the same thing, but then also it's different. I think if they identify that they are a caregiver, I think they will seek other information on how to be a better caregiver.
While Trilla was acting as a caregiver for her mom, who had Alzheimer's, her husband suffered a debilitating stroke.
Because I didn't have the help, and I did try to do it all, and I didn't have a life. I felt alone. I was a little frustrated. I was a little angry. I mean, here was my husband that was strong and the provider, and all of a sudden, the stroke just changed our whole life. The light bulb really went off for me is when the Powerful Tools class gave me the different coping strategies that I needed. It identified my emotions that I was dealing with, the anger, the frustration, the hopelessness, the helplessness. And then also it gave me a chance to speak with other individuals that were going through similar circumstances.
At the time, back in 2000, let's say 2001, 2002, 2003, jobs were plentiful. So you really, if you did leave work for whatever reason, at that time I felt I could get back into work. When I started to realize that the money I thought would transition me for a while, certainly it wasn't true retirement funds. It would not have taken me 10, 20, 30 years down the road. But I figured that I'd actively maybe be able to get work. But luckily, having been at my current host site, which is AgeOptions, I'm learning some new skills here which are making me much more comfortable. And I also am seeking additional classes moving forward.
You know, you just wonder and wonder and wonder how did I get to where I am today when not long ago I had a decent job, and although I did have things that worried me, I was not worried about money. I lost the job at a company where I had spent almost the last 34 years. I had a mortgage. You know, those things do not stop. Those things do not stop. So then at one point in time, you have to call your mortgage company. And let me tell you, that's a whole different animal right there. It really is. How come I'm not getting a job? You know, I still have the same skills I had when I was at the insurance company. I still want to work. I can still work. I'm healthy enough to work. I always thought that if you are physically able to work and you have some skills, somebody's going to hire you.
Laura heard about this senior employment program through a friend in 2009. After submitting her application, she received a phone call regarding a training opportunity at AgeOptions.
So that phone call is real. I mean, it did me a world of good. I don't even remember the last time I was physically able to do a cartwheel, but I bet you I could have done one that day. I love, love, love my job. I really do. I love what I do.
Think about how many lives we can change together. What can you do? Recommend a caregiving class. Sign up as a host site for the Senior Employment Program. Hire an older adult worker. Become an AgeOptions volunteer. And today, you can make a donation in support of these important programs in our community. Together, we can support our seniors faced with difficult challenges. Together, we can make a difference. On behalf of all the older adults we serve, thank you for your support.